Welcome to Quarantine Cuts, at home around the world. Episode 3. I have always been fascinated by language. Verbal language, body language, intercultural communications, and interpretations. In fact, it's interesting, sometimes there's a word in American English that means something completely different in UK English. Sometimes there's a word in one language that has no literal translation in other languages. We asked our friends around the world what their favorite words or phrases were, either in their native country or in the country they're living in now. Some of the answers are funny, some of them are endearing. In fact, they're all interesting.
I was born in Durban, South Africa, and there's 3 ways of saying it's about to happen. There's now, and just now. Now is, that's happening right now. Now is pretty soon. Just now is a wonderful phrase which can mean whatever you want it to mean. When I'm good and ready, or when hell freezes over. It took my wife, who's from California, 7 years to figure out that just now means when I get around to it, or it ain't gonna happen. Those were wonderful years.
My favorite word in Polish would be smacznego. It means enjoy your food, and we say it when we see someone. I think it's almost rude not to. So yeah, smacznego.
One of my favourite words is viscosity. It's my favourite word for a few reasons. I like the way it sounds, but also my mum was my science teacher when I was in secondary school, and she taught me that word. It's actually about the thickness of a liquid and how it flows. I really like that one. It's just got a lot of nice memories attached to it, so I really like the word viscosity.
Hello everyone, to give you a bit of background, I am from Cheltenham in the southwest of England. It's in a county called Gloucestershire. The accent itself, it's very heavy on the O's and R's, and those kind of areas is where a lot of pirates were from, which is why in movies and TV shows when they portray pirates they will have those kind of heavy R's in their accents.
Hi, so South Africa has 11 official languages. Crazy, right? In Afrikaans, I like the word lekker. It means cool, oh, that's so lekker, or nice or good.
So starting with nobber, if it's with someone you know and like, it would be a term of endearment, but could also be used as something the complete opposite with someone you maybe don't like or don't know.
And I also like the word ja, which means yes, but everyone says it like, ja, I'll see you later, or I'll see you now.
And to kind of give a bonus one, shall we say, because I now live in New York, I think one of my favourite ones from being in New York is dead ass, which is, I guess, you know, I'm dead ass serious. I feel like that's quite a uniquely New York thing. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like I hear that a lot around here. And then I have some other ones like jubby, which means gross, dinlo, which means idiot.
I like the word phuza in Zulu, which means drink. So we have Phuza Thursdays, where everyone goes for a drink at the bar. And lastly, I like the words Nkosi Sikeleli I Africa, which means God bless Africa in Xhosa. This is the first line of our national anthem.
Anyway, hope everyone's keeping well and safe. Thank you, bye.
So my favorite word right now in English would be the word listen. And it's not particularly fancy or nice or anything. I just think that during this time, it's just extra important, I feel, to be a really good listener and an active listener.
Bellezza. This is beauty in Italian. And beauty is really what is defining the best this country.
My favorite word in Portuguese is saudade. I think it's very fitting for the times where we are. Saudade means longing and wanting to have somebody, you know, close to you that you love. There's really no direct translation.
友情共同
I would say heraeth. While there's no real English translation, it basically describes this yearning, this desire to be back where you came from, back home, back with your family, your friends, your village, to be back in Wales. It's something you feel when you leave Wales, and you have this kind of spiritual tug to go back.
So I don't have a favourite word, but I do have a favourite saying that goes, whatever you're thinking, think bigger. And for me, it's not so much about the ambition behind that sentiment, but more about the opportunities and the possibilities that are out there.
My favorite Spanish phrase is "No hay mal que por bien no venga," and this phrase basically means that no matter how negative a situation might seem at the beginning, it would always lead to something positive, even if we don't see it at first hand.
So one of my hobbies is I'm a singer, and I have the pleasure of getting together with a bunch of people from diverse backgrounds to make music. One of the best parts about doing that is the harmony involved in creating that music. The richest harmonies come from a variety of voices, different ones, all blending together to make one big glorious sound. And I think society is the same way. When we stand together, work together, play together, live together, we just are better.
I loved everyone else's words on this week's episode. We loved hearing all of your individual voices, and we hope to continue to do that for a couple more episodes. What are we doing next week, Mom?
We're going to ask people around the world what the pandemic has taught them, what they've learned, and any wisdom that they might want to share with us from their little corner of the planet.
Make sure to subscribe to my mom's channel. Keep up with all the videos. We have 2 before this and an intro video, so if you haven't seen those, take a look, and we'll see you next week.
Hi everyone, I'm here in the garden, a beautiful shared garden with lots of nature around in Singapore, and listening to birds. My native language is a language called Konkani, which most people have never heard of, which is from the west coast of India, from a place called Mangalore. And while I'm here, I also want to send love to all of you. And the way that I would do that again in Konkani is to say Mustu Morg Tumka, Mustu Morg Tumka. So I'm sending you lots of love.